Hey, good afternoon, and welcome everybody to another remote edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox, coming to you live today from Davie, Florida, University Drive, Luke's Seafood and Grill. Jeff Defo, DeForest, is this a glorious South Florida day or what?
It was beautiful. I went out to pick up my New York Post out of the porch there, and it was beautiful out early this morning. And then very excited about this particular venue here because Let's Eat South Florida. You know my philosophy. It differs a little bit from yours. Lubie's on the same page as me. The majority of people, you look at the comments and you start to formulate an opinion that, hey, this place is definitely got to be worth a try. And the overwhelming majority of people that have tried Luke's or made a comment about Luke's on Let's Eat South Florida have been just blown away with their favorable impressions. So very excited. And it turns out Luke is a sports talk fan. So
he knew you right off the bat. One of the few places we've walked in where they're actually like excited to see Jeff DeForest and not Mike Mayo maybe so much.
Well, I mean, they fear Mayo and they're, afraid that you're going to embarrass them somehow. But me, usually it's great. And a young lady, came to see, also turns out to be a big Mayo fan. And turns out we knew each other 40 some odd years ago. When a company called Triple Crown Insurers was an equine insurance company. Alan Bork and Marty Land. Yeah,
they would insure horses?
Racehorses, yeah. And they were probably my original sponsor of anything I did here in South Florida. They came on board with the show that we were doing.
Did they insure horse players for their losses? That's the kind of insurance policy I need.
They did contribute to them, because I would get some tips from Alan Bork and Marty Land.
We welcome to the show birthday boy, Mike Lubitz. Now
you're going to leave a stone crab today.
Siva age. He is the Siva age.
What does that mean?
The Sox got Siva. You know Tom Seaver?
Seaver.
Hall of Fame pitcher for the New York Mets, who also pitched for the Cincinnati Reds and the Boston Red Sox.
I did not know he was a Sox.
You know his uniform number?
I know he's a Met legend.
Uniform number.
Was he 41, I guess?
Ding. Yes, so I always, we sometimes match numbers to uniforms. Yes. How was the birthday celebration last night? Did you get?
My wife cooked. That was the surprise. We don't cook a lot in our home. She cooked maybe a nice chicken. Pollo asada. Ooh. I've only heard carne asada, but pollo asada. She's really good with the slow cooker. Like she's mastered the slow cooker, and it was really good. It was fantastic.
When did she start making the stuff? Like yesterday?
She made it started yesterday morning and cooked all day. It was like
Did you have an ice cream cake afterwards?
No, that was Sunday. There's only so much cake. I don't need that much. We still had cake left over. My family goes.
You can never get enough cake, my friend.
I mean, I can. So it was a great birthday, and I'm happy to be here at Luke's. I get lucky every day in life that I get to do shows with you two gentlemen.
That's not what I'm talking
good
about.
comment. Wow. I blew it the other day. A woman was asking me on a podcast that I was a guest on about my situation. She knows the Mustang, and I don't think I said anything overwhelmingly flattering.
and she's your wife's friend.
Yeah, she's all right.
You're at that point.
No, I was only goofing around, but I mean, so sure enough, I got the cold shoulder when I came home.
I could not imagine why. Yeah, that's.
It was kind of. I pulled the Mayo.
Yeah,
the food was okay.
It was all right. A little bit dry, a little overcooked. That's the last time you see me at Michelle's. And Val is back in town. We had a nice breakfast this morning.
That ends your run.
Oh, nice.
Oh, man, it was so beautiful and brisk this morning. I took another little walk.
They're spectacular.
And
you've been posting ridiculous numbers though, like 5 miles.
No, I'm doing it.
Are you fudging the numbers on your?
The phone is accurate. I got in 3.5 this morning, and again, beautiful, crisp morning.
You don't have to send us those things, though. By the way, Michael, because we're not interested in your sperm count. I mean,
it's not. It's just
who cares?
I kind of want to just because you guys rag on me. You think sometimes I cut corner, and it's just I like to. It's the old Ronald Reagan about Gorbachev and the Soviet Union: trust but verify. So I wanted to just let you verify my walking numbers. All right, you don't care.
It's kind of goofy, you start measuring, your heartbeat and all of this stuff. I mean, just do the walk and come back
doing the work
and hope you got a little bit of skin.
Doing the walk. And then it was great because I met that pair, the mother and daughter at Grandpa's. They are her daughter is in from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Apparently, you can't get a good bagel in Albuquerque,
yeah, they're
New
probably
Mexico.
not known for
Why
their
does that
bagel.
come as no surprise?
So
Jewish population there would be sub-zero.
How many of us are going to New Mexico?
Audrey has already, before the trip to Italy, went to Grandpa's twice. When she first found it, she was like, "This is a great bagel."
Yes, it is.
I didn't even tell them that they were a sponsor of ours at this point.
Oh,
and
nice.
then they went back again before the trip, and then boom, first morning back. Where do they want to go?
Right
Grandpa's
back.
again.
Wow.
And they have good taste.
And
Should have brought them here. Try some of the seafood at Luke's.
We're going to be having dinner tonight at Kaizen, my man Kui, where
they're looking for
Here,
sushi.
let me text Kui right now. Let him know you're coming in.
Oh, I already did.
Yeah,
You kidding me? Too late.
You don't think you did that already?
Welcome to Schnorr City. Mike Mayo is your
I
mayor.
just made a reservation.
Yeah, what is
coming
it?
in.
Come on.
We want the good cuts, of the
it's all
tuna
good
belly
cuts.
and all that.
God.
Meanwhile,
do a
we're going to
great
get
job.
some good cuts and stuff here at Luke's.
Tell us a little bit of the background on this joint.
Luke is going to be out
Yeah,
here
Luke
after the
himself do
first
it for you.
break. But I guess Cliff Notes version is he is of Haitian descent, but was born and raised here in South Florida.
Yeah, he sounds like a South Floridian. He's bitching about the
big-time
Dolphins.
Dolphins fan.
Yeah.
Worked for a long time at Coconuts Bar and Grill on Fort Lauderdale Beach there with the Be Nice restaurant group and Elliot Wolf, and rose up to executive chef at Coconuts.
Oh, wow.
And right next door is that G&B Oyster Bar. And Luke worked there for 18 years total.
Wow.
He developed some menu items that have become really popular signature dishes, including something called a Scooby. Scoobies are Scooby-Doo.
Yeah,
is
sounds sexy.
It's a snow crab claw that is basically he pan roasts them or something with olive oil and some seasonings and a little bit of red pepper flakes, and it comes in very supposedly.
Have you had this? You sound familiar with it.
Yeah, I've had Scoobies at Coconuts, and now he's taken. He prepares it here at Luke's Seafood, which he opened up earlier this year, I think May or June. So
wow!
It's only been
relatively new. It seems
that's
like a
cool.
staple of the Davie
they already have like clientele
culinary community,
and it's one of those places that apparently has gotten. Again, it's small-ish. It's maybe about 30 people inside and some tables outside. It's one of those, mom and pops. Him and his wife Roxy, who also they met while at Coconuts, and she is Romanian, Eastern European descent, and it's one of those great, South Florida couples and stories, melting pot, and really cozy mom and pop place, independent. Kind of place that I love to support.
Well, that's the thing is like I live out west, and Defo, our friend the professor, even you sort of mock me because out west is where people go to. I don't know about die, but go to have kids and go to franchise restaurants or whatever. We out west weren't.
If you're
always,
an alligator wrestler, it's a good thing to be out west.
Aren't always lucky to get the best purveyors of cuisine, right?
Yeah.
So we've talked about how Sample Road has done a really good job at putting out a lot of really cool restaurants. And what makes me happy is seeing places like this, where this feels like it's an out east place where you get mom and pop, high level, high quality food, that's not overly expensive. You don't get that out west a lot. So it makes me happy to find when we go to and find places like this in my side of the town.
Corridor, it goes from up here past Nova Southeastern and up to, the tower shops. A lot of it is chains and franchises.
Universities, all chains. That's the thing.
Rents are a little bit higher out here, but apparently Luke found a good deal and he got a good spot. And it's one of those places, like you said, elevated menu. Reminds us of our friends Brad and David.
So very Keel-ish, yes.
He does, besides his Scoobies, and he does have fresh seafood on the menu, like he got some stone crab claws in. He does. He has oysters on the half shell, and the good oysters, like the ones from Malpec. The Malpec oysters are from Prince Edward Island, and again, quality East Coast cold water oysters prepared properly, shucked with usually a mignonette sauce, and he has the proper touches to go along with a good seafood menu. It's open for lunch and dinner. He does a Sunday brunch where apparently he does shrimp and grits. That is very good. I've heard good things about the shrimp and grits, and it's one of those things that one of the things that really makes me proud of the Let's Eat South Florida group is when a new
you
place
do take some pride in it.
Well, you find places like this. They're able to find places like this.
When the people who care about good food and not fetching about water charges or this and that, but
those people are misguided.
You get that little buzz where all of a sudden you see 3 or 4 posts in the couple of days of went to Luke's, had a really nice meal, it deserves your support, and that was the kind of like grassroots thing, groundswell grassroots, and not being put up to it by anybody or any owners. Like, not that I mean, some places FK your diet, I think did something a little whatever, but that's without any proof. But sometimes, a groundswell of support comes from just having a good place, and word of mouth. Word of mouth these days includes spreading the word on Facebook groups and digitally. So when I saw all that, I came out myself.
It smells great
a month ago.
It smells amazing.
Aromas are great. Wow.
One of my things with the seafood place is just the simple act of grilled fish. It sounds
it's like
easy.
The Fish Shack actually used to be about this size.
That's right. I was going to say this reminds me of the Fish Shack.
It sounds easy, but so many places abuse it. They either overcook the fish or they gussy it up with too much seasoning or too many things.
Too many lemons.
Too many lemons
and
a lemon. No, but when I came in here a month ago, for a lunch, I looked, they had a nice snapper on the menu. I just got a grilled piece of snapper.
You wrote a review?
I didn't write anything about it yet. I just kind of had my fish and got to meet
and
Luke.
Ate it too.
And and also he had a slaw on the side that had a little bit of extra kick, and I don't know, I forget whether there was some extra. It seemed like a little bit of Caribbean flair.
Yeah, this place feels very out east. It makes me really happy to know about this place.
And it's good. And I got to meet Luke and his wife, and we chatted a little bit. And I told
Luke
him,
greeted me at the door. I'm like, okay.
And again, that's
the aromas are unreal here.
Well, I think the food's
you would think
out.
this was like some high-end joint in Chicago or something. That's
what it feels like.
Unbelievable.
Hey, so I don't know where he's at. A couple other people couple of people have come in for the lunchtime. Again, they're open every day, but
they have an interesting happy hour. I like the happy hour.
What is on the happy hour? I can't even read that.
Coconut shrimp, conch, and shrimp fritters. I didn't even know they had shrimp fritters. Oyster, good oyster prices.
Oysters,
great drink specials.
Conch and shrimp fritters.
That's pretty cool.
A half dozen premium oysters, 6 for $15.
Stone crabs are very reasonably priced here.
Actually,
this is not the standard MP, is it?
Limited supply, 3 claws for $24.
How about
the mediums? That's all right at a restaurant meal, and I'm sure it's served the proper accoutrements. So come on out here to Luke's Seafood in the if you are a seafood fan, and again, if you're not a seafood fan, I think he has a burger and a couple of other non-seafood items.
You know what you would say about that?
Well, I wouldn't say you're ordering wrong because I'm sure he does a good job.
I don't think there is an ordering wrong.
But
I'm not gonna lie.
Policy.
Exactly.
But I would say that you come to a place named Luke's Seafood.
Yeah, you
might want to try the seafood.
Oh, yeah.
So,
sure.
And the address here, for anybody who might not know, is 5511 South University Drive in Davie. It's south of Griffin Road, but before you get to
north of Sterling.
So
it's right by the Dodge.
It's behind this giant car wash.
And the car wash.
Just south of what used to be Bo Campers, Country Dodge or
University Dodge, I think they call it.
It was University Dodge,
It's an auto dealership.
But Kim Bo Camper had his name on this thing at one time.
Yeah, Kim. Now he's gone off to the restaurant.
Been on everything, man. Yeah.
Real estate mogul, the man.
There's nothing he doesn't own. It's incredible. He's like Don Carter used to be. Nobody knew that.
Talking about a guy who owns everything, and still has his foot in a lot of restaurants. Tomorrow we'll be making another trip out to a Rappaport restaurant.
Max's Grill.
I'm super stoked. We'll be at Max's Grill tomorrow. So
Max's Grill
get our Rappaport on.
Been there. I don't know if Bert's going to be around or on the show, but we are going to be talking with their executive chef, Michael. They're going to be introducing some new menu items for fall. And we love the whole Rappaport restaurant group because they do a great job. Max's Grill is one in their portfolio, but it's the longest running one. It's been there since 1991 in Meisner Park. And sophisticated, but not overly stuffy. They've got a great bar scene, great patio. They have sushi. They have the dry aged steak program, and they have some of their classic signature dishes like a salmon dish that is very popular. They have a meatloaf that's very popular. They have a radiatori pasta.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Nice.
And they also have sun-dried tomato hummus with these great Parmesan breadsticks.
You can have the whole menu down.
He like has it
I
down.
memorized
Well,
these
you already,
things.
like-
I can't remember people's names, but you give me a menu item. I
They
look
have
at
a
it.
hummus with tomato as well.
I like-
Who would remember this?
I
Nobody.
have a photographic menu, a memory when
Memory
it comes
for
to
menus,
menus.
yeah.
other
But
than
names, I can't remember for the
I
life
just-
of
horses,
me.
you can remember names of horses.
He's good at that. I just like that in an area that has had some turnover at Boca, here today, gone tomorrow. It's been around for over 20 years.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
that's
got
perfect
impressive.
spot there, too.
33
Perfect spot.
years
Wow.
going on for Max's Grill in Boca Raton. And, that's the kind of, again, well-run operation. And that's the hallmark of all the Rappaport restaurant groups. Go up to Deck 84 in Delray Beach, right on the Intracoastal in Atlantic. We're going to be out there next week, a week from Tuesday.
Yeah,
Actually, work
yeah.
from a week from
Are we
today.
going by
yesterday.
boat? Did you
We
rent the
can
boat?
go by
Yeah,
boat.
we should
You
get a
can
boat,
dock
man.
there.
We
It's
should do a
not
boat
like
one of these days.
Houston's, the
Oh,
house
so
of no.
Well, you
There
should
was
bring up
another
a
post.
negative. Just
We'll
focus
talk
on the
about that
positive.
You
another
jump
time.
on that.
No,
Bert
at
and
Deck
Max's is
84, Bert is there welcoming you in. He's back practically like guiding your boat in. He'll throw you a little buoy and have you
He'll jump on there with a little sailor cap and dock it for you. He's
And then-
really that kind of guy.
Bert and
Great.
Max's is out west Atlantic by the Delray Marketplace shops, just west of the Turnpike. And again, our friend Buddha out there, they do a great job, family friendly, pet friendly on
Yep.
the outdoor patio. There's
And the
great
weather's finally turning.
burgers.
So
Oh yeah,
you want to
it's
get on
time.
that patio.
Do you want to be
And-
outside somewhere today? Yeah,
Oh,
by the water, of
absolutely.
course.
And of
Yeah.
course, Prezzo, 2 locations, Boca Raton and
Still
Palm
taste the
Beach
bolognese.
Gardens. And all the restaurants, it seems, in his portfolio does have outdoor seating too, because Bert knows if you're
Yeah.
in South Florida
The
and the
weather
weather
turns.
gets glorious like this, you want to be outside.
There you
And again, they aim to please, greatest in hospitality, service, quality food, and all kinds of good deals, happy hours, and wine specials on Wednesdays and at other times. Go in there. A lot of brunches at his restaurants too. Maxsgrill.com is for Max's, and you'll look at the crawl and you can see
Yeah, all
some
the
of the
Instagrams
other Instagram handles. Rappaport Restaurant Group, Max's Grill. We'll see you out there tomorrow.
No, you didn't tell him the lunchbox sent you. Threw me off there.
We'll see you
'Cause
tomorrow.
I'm wondering how many people go in there and go, I want to see a manager here.
The
Can you tell him the
Lunchbox
lunchbox sent
sent me.
me?
It happens. It
As
happened
if
with
that was
Brian.
gonna,
It happened at Wicked
accord
a
you
lot. It happens.
Just say
more
Mike Mayo.
considerations.
Just say the major domo. The
Okay,
guy who has the big
Mayo said it
bites.
was a good joint.
There you go.
All right, we're coming back with more. This is Luke's now the official
Seafood and grill.
Seafood and Grill.
Seafood and grill.
And then Luke's going to join us.
Yeah,
He's got
shortly.
some food coming out.
There's a bunch
That's
of
gonna be
foods in
great.
there.
And we're going to be back and have some great food here. And I know you were ready to dive in with. This is not going to be your first stone crab, though, is it?
No, we had it yesterday.
I
We
had
watched him.
one. I couldn't
that's right.
resist.
Yeah,
I went
yeah,
out
you
to
went
He
to
Delaware.
made love to a stone crab on air yesterday.
My God. I thought this was a sex tape. I really did. It's like
It's a sensual food. And
I didn't
seafood
think it is.
fellatio, I think it was.
I don't think
was
it is.
crazy. All right, we're coming back with more from Luke's Seafood and Grill in a moment.
Mayo here for Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. Since 1951, family owned for over 70 years, the home of freshness. I've been a customer for over 3 decades, and it's the place to go for poultry, steaks, meats, and of course, their unbelievable selection of fish and seafood. They've got it all. Key West pink shrimp, grouper, snapper, lobster, and of course, Florida stone crab claws of all sizes. Don't forget their famous fish dip and a full selection of prepared foods. It's located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, just across from the Seminole Classic Casino. Owner Doug Carter and crew will take great care of you. Make sure to check out their weekly specials and daily catch online at DelawareChicken.com. Quality, value, freshness, that's the Delaware way. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. Do you like pizza? Who doesn't like pizza? Well, my spot for pizza is the Pizza Spot. It's in that little bit hard to find Riverside Park neighborhood of Fort Lauderdale, but it's totally easy to love. It's at 601 Southwest 12th Avenue, New Haven style, a pizza from Wade and Reese. It's a lovely outdoor spot. You could also pick up pies to go at 754-779-7788, 754-779-7788. Again, they're open every day but Monday for lunch and dinner. Some of the best pizza I've ever had. Go to Pizza Spot. They also have subs, salads, and more. Tell them the Gambling Gourmet sent you. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, that's my spot. It's upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. It's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 in the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, for tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6. The early bird special runs from 4:30 to 5:30, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. We're back on the Lunchbox, and just in time is the man of the moment, Luc Lemage.
Wow.
Is the
I got
chef, owner, proprietor, man about town, and we're going to get him hooked up on a headset here in a moment, hopefully not dragging it through his beautiful food that he just prepared for us.
Here. Yeah.
Slap it on, get a mic there, and we say, welcome to the Lunchbox, Luc Lemage.
My pleasure to be here.
Luc. Food. We're all settled in, and how are you today?
I am great. How are you guys doing?
We're here, and we got a fabulous spread in front of us. It's a beautiful, gorgeous day.
Yes, sir.
And it's stone crab season, but the supply is tight, and you got to save them for the paying customers.
Yeah, pretty much. We're one of the few fortunate
They're
people
on to you, Mayo.
Get a couple, so
yeah,
you know, we got to save them. We already got a few phone calls about people coming in to grab them, so maybe next time, Mike.
Before we get into the whole beautiful spread before us, just give us a little bit about your background. I was telling the folks that long time you were at Coconuts and the Be Nice restaurant group, 18 years.
Yes.
Ended up executive chef. Scoobies is the word. The password here, just say Scoobies, and this man.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I like to say Scoobies is my claim to fame. So, but we do have him here. But to go back, was at Coconuts for a very, very long time. Started off, worked over 10 years also with Houston's. So kind of been cooking for a long
Oh, you
time.
Worked at Houston's?
I worked at Houston's.
You know what I call it now?
What do you call it now?
The House of No. Every time I ask for something there, they say, no, we can't do that. Can I get a table for 5? No. Can I get a Bloody Mary in the middle of the week? No.
Well, Mike has been doing that for a long time.
I know. And they do okay.
They do just fine. Like, you know, they're very structured in how they do things.
Right.
The people that work there.
They're doing us a favor by serving us their great food.
I wouldn't go that far, but, you know, that's structure.
He's like a pro wrestler that has a grudge going, or like the Funk Brothers or something.
Get used to
I don't blame you, but I understand.
Okay. Now, there was another post on the Let's Eat group this morning about a woman who, for a long time, had written off Houston's because of various things, decided to give him another chance on her birthday, and then had another negative experience.
Why would she expect it to be any different?
Exactly.
They've been that same way since 1976.
What's the definition of insanity?
Why
right?
is this night different
Keep
from all
going
other
to
nights? Yeah.
Yeah, but you expect different results
Yeah,
when it's to
but
do the same thing.
Not gonna happen.
All right, enough of that. And
Enough
then
of that.
coconuts, obviously, they're a long time. What made you decide to break off and start your own place?
I like to say, like, when you've been cooking for a long time, and the dream is always to own your own place. When you go to culinary school, they make you practice all of that to, your final thesis is what your menu would look like at your own place.
Mm-hmm.
And as you start getting older, because the Be Nice Restaurant Group, it's a strong foundation. It's growing. I was there forever, but at some point, it's like, what is your legacy? What are you setting apart for yourself? You know what I mean? So
no, it's a natural order of things.
It's a natural order of growing. Like, you get to a peak,
especially
that is the peak. When you become an executive chef of a restaurant like Coconuts, that a go-to spot at East Fort Lauderdale, there's nowhere else for me to go.
Right.
This is the next step of the evolution.
And Elliot did the same thing. Elliot Wolf from the Be Nice group worked at Houston's for a long time, was a manager, and then left there, and boom, bought Coconuts, and ended up now
is the natural
as
evolution.
his own
exactly
thing. And that's, again, the chefs, it's a creative endeavor. Yeah, it's a vocation, it's a job, but you're always thinking about new dishes and things, and that's why it's a natural evolution to want to have your own place.
It's I like to say, to me, it was the next challenge of life.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, can I do this? Can I do it on my own? Can I open up a place and be not only just the face of it, also put out product, be able to talk to guests when they come to dine here and draw people in, all that. It's the next step. Yeah, I don't want to say I've proven, but because I work with a bunch of great people over there. Nothing that gets done over there is a one-man thing.
Now, it's not a one-man show here. You have your lovely wife,
yes,
Roxy, and you guys met at also Coconuts,
yes,
or in the business? Okay.
Yes.
And she's from where originally?
She's from Romania.
Romania. And we didn't get you back. You were born and raised here, but Haitian descent? Or?
Correct. My parents were Haitian. I was born in Haiti, but I came here when I was really, 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 really young. Like, I like to tell people, if I go to Haiti now, I don't have a clue, but you drop me anywhere.
Do you speak Creole?
Very little, because so many of the guys that I work with, at Houston's, at Coconuts, they're Haitians.
Right.
So they stay up on me. It was like, you can't forget this. So even it's kind of broken, I could put a few words together.
Do you make a mean pickles? That's the question.
I do not.
Really?
I do not.
Wow.
I stick to what I know.
Okay.
I do not.
I love pickles. It's spicy.
So do I. So do I. So I have some of the guys that I've worked with over the years, their wives are the expert of it. So whenever I want some of that, some pickles or some griot, I'm like, hey, tell the wife.
I'm very lucky because my mom has 2 health aides. Both of them are Haitian, and both of them make really good griot and also soup jumu on New Year's Day. I love that.
It's a tradition. I always get me a bowl back in the day. I'm glad you reminded me. So I got to make some texts and some phone calls to get me some, for New Year's Days coming up.
So let's talk about what we have in front of us. When you were creating the menu, obviously seafood is your forte, and you have contacts. So is that's kind of what driven? Even though you're inland here, you don't see the water except for when there's a puddle.
Once we talk to a lot of the people that lives around here, and in the very beginning when we first kind of took over, they were saying this kind of stuff is missing, and you know what I mean. So we just kind of get together and put some of the dishes together that we know that we've done over the years, that we know that people love. That's gonna draw them in here.
Bursting with flavor. That's always our litmus test here. Now, these conch fritters are different. Everybody does a variation on a theme. These are fantastic, absolutely great. I mean, they're not overly oily and greasy like you get in some places. You're not picking stuff out of your teeth with a hacksaw.
Hopefully not.
Really, just melt in your mouth, delicious. And then the sauce. What is that now?
It's a little sweet chili sauce we make.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Same thing for
and
the
jambalaya.
Same thing for the coconut shrimp.
Yep.
And the breading, we make them fresh, make them light. There's no heavy coating on it.
Yeah.
So once you pick it up, it's just kind of melts in your mouth for a second.
That's delicious.
Yeah, like I don't feel any. The Jewish guilt doesn't kick in until I've had like 4 of these. Probably. Whereas sometimes one is like a bowling ball. It's amazing.
The batters we made it really, really light. We take the conch, we chop it up real fine. make the stock out of it, and then we
Really
reinfuse
good.
the stock in it. So you get that.
Have you tried one of these, Mike Mayo? I mean, you're really going to like it.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest
You're
fritter
not a
fan,
fritter
but
guy?
I'm
Yeah.
going in again on this jambalaya. Let me tell you
Jambalaya is
something.
unbelievable.
Chicken, sausage, shrimp,
Yes, sir.
and the flavor on it, like you said,
It's
and
kicking butt.
with, it's spine tingling good. I took that first bite, and it just is packed with so much flavor.
It's one of the best things we make here, and we refer to it as building a foundation.
Yeah,
we render the sausage.
Hey, you don't have to shake a ton of hot sauce on this either. It's right there.
That doesn't need anything.
It's great.
If you add something on there, you lost your taste bud.
Perfectly seasoned, nice chunks of everything.
Beautiful.
The chicken, the sausage. Is this a permanent menu item? Or
Yes, that's on the menu. It's not going anywhere. I like to say, if you like a flavor bomb, it's our central dish of flavor bomb.
That's good.
It takes us 3 hours to make that one dish.
Fantastic.
We get every flavor out of that sausage that's possible. We render it for a while, and then we build up with spices, stock, and everything from that point.
Taste the love. What else we got? This is like a lobster toast.
It's our lobster roll.
Lobster roll.
Probably.
It looks fantastic. Are you going to do the one bite on that?
No, I'm going to spare everybody. One of my signature
moves. Have you seen this act of
Mayo's? You told me earlier, though.
One of my signature moves. And again, Reno Sorbonne was on the morning show with you guys talking sports because he's a hockey aficionado with things I didn't realize about Reno and Heritage.
It was the best hockey segment we ever did.
I have not been, but I'm very familiar.
Reno is a character, but I didn't realize that his brother-in-law is Roberto Luongo, former Panther goaltender, great
Hall of Famer.
Yeah, his
Luongo's the man down
Reno's sister married Roberto Luongo a while back, and so he's a big hockey fan. He was on talking hockey, but when I was in at Heritage a couple of weeks ago, I did one of my patented Mike Mayo monster bites. So I try to jam a whole sandwich in my mouth.
He might be able to do
like a TikTok
3/4 of that in one bite.
We're not letting that happen. That's what
this is too.
That would be a shame to not savor this.
This is too much quality lobster meat
yeah.
to just shove it down and not really taste it and savor it.
I would have.
So I'm going to spare you that dignity.
Yeah.
However, if you have any tuna salad around, I'll just cram that down.
No. No tuna salad for you today,
okay.
Mike. We're saving that.
No tuna for you.
I will behave.
Yeah.
But yeah, that looks like a magnificent. It's Maine lobster.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That we toss in our aioli, and we keep it as simple as possible. Don't mess with the dish. Let it speak for itself.
I kind of took a morsel there before, and
jambalaya is addicting. It's addicting.
I love when you could just have that, lightly coated, that aioli bursting with flavor with a little lemon on it. But again, the lobster meat is the star of the show.
Star of the show. You got to let the star speak, like Mr. Luongo.
What do we got over there?
This crab cake salad. You have to try
to
this.
make sure that we
get that
put it on the table. Yeah. So it's one of her favorite. So she's like, you got to make sure you put the crab cake salad on
there. And you make this with Maryland blue or just local blue crab, or
Maryland blue crab. Excuse me. That we make into a cake. Pan-seared it with light olive oil, a little bit of butter, and our mixed green is tossed in.
No fillers, very little filler.
Again, I firmly believe in letting the star of the show speak for itself.
I am happy because I don't like when they load up my crab cake with a lot of breading and filler.
No, then it's no longer a crab cake; it's a bread cake.
Yeah. Everything in this jambalaya, by the way, is cooked perfectly. I mean, the chicken couldn't be any more tender. The shrimp, the sausage, the combination of flavors is sensational, and that looks like just pure crab meat. I mean, unbelievable.
Pure crab meat.
No,
that's a good crab cake, my friend.
Very nice.
One of the better
There's
ones
no
I've
point
had.
if someone come in here and they want to enjoy a crab cake salad or crab cake for dinner, then we're giving them a nice round bread cake.
No, you open on Sundays? Because I would think
on Sunday.
This is the place to come. I mean, on your way to the stadium. Do you have like trays of food available?
Yeah,
Sunday brunch, right?
We do Sunday brunch.
Oh, nice.
We're open at 10 o'clock. We do a nice little Sunday brunch with frittatas, Benedicts, the whole enchilada.
Shrimp and grits.
Is
that on the regular menu as well? No, that's a Sunday brunch.
That's a Sunday brunch before your Dolphin game. Come get
And I messed up.
Shrimp and grits.
I came on a Sunday. It was like 1:30. I wasn't in a grits mood, and I don't know why. You were like, you got to get the shrimp and grits.
You have to.
So now I have to come back on a Sunday again.
That is my. I have a bowl in the morning after we make it to make sure that it's to par.
Yeah.
And then before we leave, if I'm fortunate enough to have some left over, I have another bowl. That's how good it is. That's my go-to.
I'm also like Defo. I'm a Brooklyn Jew. I didn't grow up with a lot of grits in my life, but now the level of cooking, and they use what do you use that the was it Bob's or whatever the one from South Carolina, or I don't know what grits you use.
I just
do whatever. Okay,
just grits. I don't need a special grits.
I become a big grits fan. I
just got to be cooked right.
And again, it's one of those specialty dishes on a Sunday only. One of the things you find here at Luke's Seafood and Grill. And I like the way that you have some items that are only available at certain hours. You make people come back.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, I like to tell people when they come here, if you had the crab cake today, next time you come back, have the jambalaya. If you become a regular and I see your face enough, you know, I always push you to try some different stuff.
Seasoning on this, do you have to get like approval from some government agency? It's so good. I mean, you can get high just off the seasoning. It's fantastic.
We just
that is really. I mean, Mayo man, you're
no. I mean,
you're a big New Orleans guy like I am, and that's as good as anything I've had. I mean. Absolutely fantastic interpretation of jambalaya. Yeah,
you know, and I get a lot of people that likes the more traditional New Orleans base with the red sauce, and I'm like, it's not
so
that,
beat
but
to
it stands up. It stands up to whatever you might have in mind.
You got something going there, that's for sure. And as we said, I've tried the conch fritters. I have to get in on this crab cake.
So what's the pasta dish we got?
It's the lobster mac and cheese that we did. I wasn't gonna bring it up today, and I'm like. Defo looked like he could use some lobster mac and cheese.
Yeah, that's my personal one of my personal favorites. Yeah, this looks fantastic. Yeah,
we make.
Now that's a different version of it too. I mean, you know, you wouldn't necessarily because usually it's all kind of packed in there.
Yeah, I try to do everything we try to do. We try to make it homemade. We try to put our own signature on it, make it closer to us instead of what you might get everywhere else.
Was this crab crawling around like in the back there?
Just like about 25 minutes ago, I chopped it up, bread it up.
Fantastic.
We got it going.
That is great.
You know, I'm trying to cut back on my carbs and pasta, but
don't listen to him with this whining of his.
What are we talking about?
A fetching Jew is the worst type.
Eat good food when you can.
Yeah.
That's a philosophy to live by there, Luke. That's great.
Eat good food when you can.
How did I mean, this location, you mentioned a little bit about it, but I mean, it has to be a tough thing. How many things did you have to go through before you came up with this spot and that it was the right place for you?
Not a lot. Once we decided we wanted to do, to find our own path, to find the next challenge instead of being, complacent every day. We started looking around, and the gentleman that was here before us, he used to be a
Vinny's, right? It was Vinny's
Market Grill.
A market grill.
So he was more of a fish market, and he wanted to kind of get out of the game, and I was looking to get in.
Nice.
And like I said, out west, everybody kept telling me, we need a spot like this.
And there's nothing out here. Lubie's out here. He's like a lone individual. He feels like Magellan trying to find something.
Why not take the challenge and and come out here and put out some good food? You put out good food, people will find you. Mike is here.
Yeah, and again, like I was saying, the people. One of the things I love about Let's Eat Group. There's many things I hate, but one of the things I love about the Let's Eat Group is when a new place opens and when you have 122,000 food lovers out there. Mm-hmm. Some people are going to go check it out. And when you see like a constant flow of positive gushing reviews, then I put it on my list. I say, I got to get there soon. And you guys opened officially when? Was it June or was it end of May?
End of May.
End of May. Okay. So we're going on almost 5 months.
Yes, sir.
And how would you say things are going? You've seen a lot of repeat customers?
We've seen a lot. And a lot of them come from the Facebook group. And,
good.
We do the social media advertising, the Google advertising. We do all of it. But, I'm a firm believer. And one of the things I learned from Elliot is the word of mouth is the power key.
Word of mouth.
You know what I mean? So, and that group, right. They keep churning them out. We hear good things about you. We have to come try it out. And they tell other people. And, that's I've been, a bigger foundation.
And now the word of mouth comes by the viral, the Facebook groups and whatnot. Mm-hmm. I'm going in for a fritter.
You have to use some of the sauce.
I think it's the same sauce. Okay. All right. And this is a shrimp and crab fritter?
Yeah, we got shrimp and conch.
Shrimp and conch.
Yeah, we got conch in there. We got some shrimp in there, some vegetables.
And this is a cornmeal batter? What do we got going on?
It's like a hush puppy, cornmeal flour. We use the conch also as a stock.
How good is that? Isn't that something?
I might have to rethink my assessment of fritters.
Never mind Alabama Jacks, man.
The main thing about us here is flavor. Like everything you eat is gonna have flavor to it.
It's like pillowy. It's like sometimes you get those dense fritters that just sink to the bottom of your stomach.
It's like a chicken McNugget.
It's very airy.
It's airy and it's good. And I actually, excuse my full mouth, but you can actually taste the seafood essence. I can taste the conch, and
it's a seamless transition from plate to stomach. And as we said, I mean, a lot of times they're like bowling balls. These things, and
this is not a bowling ball.
No,
This
if we're
is
gonna do it,
the
we're gonna
conch
do
is
it right.
tough. I mean, this is fantastic. Absolutely great.
well done. Lou.
Lobster
Yes.
mac and cheese is no slouch either. I mean, that's a delicious interpretation.
Yes, it's
right
not
there.
heavy.
Yeah.
The cheese sauce will make it very light, so you can have it for lunch. You can have it for dinner.
You won me over. Do you have adoption papers? I want to come here and just live.
We
This
don't
is
have room for
fantastic.
anymore.
Yeah.
Jesse. We don't have room for anymore.
Let's talk about you. You know Defo from Sports Days. Are you a long-suffering Miami Dolphins fan?
Long, yes. Suffering, not as much.
This year,
Well, once I found
Not yet.
fantasy football, it kind of take the pain away a
Oh,
little
there
bit.
you go.
You know what I
Gave
mean?
other
And your allegiance
versions.
is to no one except,
Allegiance to the player.
All right.
And then once you realize your allegiance to the player, you don't hurt as much. But this team, I like this team this year.
gotta like what we see so far.
I got. Hey, we had the Heat go to the finals. We had the Panthers go to the finals. The Marlins did
went to
really
the
well.
playoffs.
Yeah. Maybe it might rub up on the Dolphins.
Maybe this is the year. You know what? I'm usually a negative, person, but right now,
When it comes to Dolphins, same thing.
well-founded
Same thing.
negativism.
Oh, yeah.
same thing.
But
But
yeah.
when you suffering for
How
all these
exci-
years,
But even besides the wins and stuff, it's just fun to have a team that's
It's fun
exciting
to
to
watch
watch.
'em.
I
it's
mean,
fun to watch them.
we
Like
got Tyreek Hill doing backflips with a camera. I still haven't seen
the
that.
kid that just
Instagram
got
post.
hurt. Every time that he touches the ball, you on pins and needles.
Yeah.
Is he taking it all the way? It's
But-
it's awesome.
And the thing is, that who knew they have depth? I mean, so Cenk goes out, but like Raheem Mostert
just-
runs like
ooh.
he was the
I was
second
telling
coming of
Defo.
John Riggins, just running
Good.
hard.
He runs so hard.
Wow. Yeah.
Like,
It's good.
My God.
It's fun to watch. It's good, and it makes football Sundays bearable again.
Hey,
Especially,
amen to that. I'm cooking in the back. I'm running. We have the TV up
I
here.
know.
for
I was
Sunday,
here. You were
just for
running
the Dolphin
around. You
game.
were looking at.
I got to catch you, make sure I don't miss anything because it's so
Yeah.
exciting now.
It's
In
so-
previous years, I just stick to back then. Nothing's happening. They're boring. But now
Could
gotta
be.
come get
When do
yours.
you open on Sundays?
Sundays we're open 10 to 4.
10. So you can come in here if there's a home game.
We're
University
close to
Drive.
we're close to the turnpike,
Get
right off
the,
Griffin.
Get the shrimp and grits.
Grab the get
Have a
your
little
seafood
pregame
frittata.
action, and then go right on the turnpike,
And then
right down to the
Right down to the
stadium.
game. You'll be so full, you still have some room left for a little bit of tailgate.
Yeah,
about
that's
that?
all good.
And it costs you less than a hot dog to have a meal for 4 here.
Yeah.
And a good meal.
Yeah.
Oh, Luke. So,
Great
tell me-
job, though. I mean, great variety of flavors and everything. Mayo Man, you have to be. I know you've been here before, but this is overwhelmingly impressive. It
Well,
really is.
And that's just a little bit of what we do. We create a
Yeah.
daily special. We do a comfort bowl every week that we change every week. We put different stuff in the bowl. So, last week we did sofrito pasta. The week before we did shrimp cake over smashed potatoes with sriracha honey sauce. We change it every week. So you never know what you might get when you come here.
So again, you're focusing on the freshness, the quality ingredients.
Our motto is good food, good mood.
Yeah.
And of course, great service. Once you have good food, it's impossible to be in a bad mood. So it's good food, good mood.
That's it. It seems like a winning formula to me. There are some people though who say, "Oh, I can't eat seafood." I mean, I know people with, shellfish allergies and things. Do you have non-seafood items?
Yes.
For those? Yeah.
Well, our full name is Luke Seafood and Grill.
And grill.
So we take the grill part very seriously.
Okay.
So if you don't like seafood, we do a really good baby back rib.
Oh, I did not realize you
we
got
do
the
a steak
ribs.
of the day.
Steak of the day.
So we have something for you, on a daily basis. Sometimes it might be on the specials.
Do you do burger?
We do a burger.
Yep.
No, there's something for the land lovers too. Even on brunch, we have a land lover frittata.
Do you secretly frown on them and say, "Come on, man, you got to try some of this"?
Get with it,
the
people.
jambalaya.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. Because sometimes when
They're
I'm
not
back there and I'm
judgmental
bored,
like you are.
we go for the ribs too.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I guess man doesn't live by seafood alone. And
Listen,
sometimes you got to mix it up.
sometimes it's just simply as good food, good mood. If the ribs make you happy today, go for the ribs.
That's it.
It's
All
a
right, good
fantastic
philosophy.
combination. Wow.
Thank you very much, guys.
It's a small place, right? It's just how many seats inside? It's
Inside, we have 24 seats,
Right.
including the bar seats. And then we have an extra
20 outside.
22 outside.
Right. And then when it comes to reservations, can people make a reservation or first come, first served? Or
A little bit of both.
okay.
You know what I mean? We just want people to come enjoy this food. If you want to call in and make a reservation, we'll try to take care of you as best as possible. Now that the weather's getting great,
Yep.
we've had a few people call, seating outside. We'll take reservation. We take walk-in. we just want people to enjoy some of this good food.
Yeah, and my whole goal here with Let's Eat South Florida and the Lunchbox, I want to see this place packed. I want to see people having to wait for a table, and then I want somebody to have the audacity to post on Let's Eat. We went to Luke's, but we had to wait 15 minutes for a table because it was so crowded and so good.
That's kind of funny because you and I have the same goal.
I'll never go back again.
No, and that's
don't let them get to you, man.
It's a weird culture here because in
you.
San Francisco and some other food towns, it's a badge of honor to have to wait online for a little bit during prime time. And yet here in South Florida, nobody wants to wait for anything. It's very impatient, but good food is worth waiting for.
That's
I would
what I was
actually
about to say.
Wait without complaint here for a good 20 to 30 minutes. Maybe give me a beer.
Maybe longer, yeah.
I'll nurse a beer.
We used to wait outside
grab you a beer, grab a glass of wine, watch some TV, if you want,
it's all good.
It's all good.
It's all
Good
good.
food.
It would be worth the wait. We used to wait like sometimes an hour in scorching heat outside the fish shack there when they had this little tiny place. And you know what? When you got in there and you had the food, you said it was worth it.
Yeah.
And that's I think the same feeling people would get here no matter how long they had to sit outside, and wait to come in because as fine a presentation as we've seen on seafood, unbelievable.
And Scooby's Thursday through Sunday?
Thursday through Sunday if we don't run out.
Describe what the Scooby is again for the uninitiated. It's
all right. Basically, it's snow crab pinchers, and it's a lot of labor including in those. So somebody sits there to take the little claw of the snow crab.
The snow crab
claw.
Yeah.
So they take that, kind of peel out all the shell to leave you just the meat only.
Right.
And then we take those, we saute them. We take some olive oil, a little bit of butter. We shave some garlic. We kind of cook that, get it nice and crispy
sauteed
and sweet. Yes.
Snow crab
and then
pincer claw.
We put little crushed red peppers, little chopped garlic. And then we add the snow crab, and then we cook that slowly. So that snow crab absorbs.
It's kind of like
all
oil,
that
butter basting.
We just basically baste it. We just very, very slow on the end. I just basically keep it towards the end, so all that meat just keep absorbing
that flavor.
That flavor.
And Defo, what's my favorite thing in the world when I bite into something that has a little crunch because he does the butter basting.
Kind of like this lobster mac and cheese, the way he's kind of
the great part about it
is
because you cook it so low that the outside part of the snow crab get that little crunchiness to it. And then once you bite into it and you just squeeze all that butter out of it.
Well, this is Captain Crunch over here. So
you know what? Yeah. Talking about crunch, I'm going in for another.
Those are great,
this is how good these fritters are. Me, Mr. I don't like fritters, is going in for my second one because that is a freaking good fritter.
Really, really good.
You could actually trademark that. Freaking good fritters here at Luke's.
I'm going to check if Deion Sanders then trademark it first because he's trademarking
But I mean, you could go to some exotic restaurant in, the islands or, somewhere down in the Keys and you couldn't find anything that would rival, this. And it's just absolutely fantastic. It's right here in the middle of Davie. Unbelievable.
I've been doing this for over 30 years, and this is just what I love to do. It's just make people when people enjoy a good plate, and
says Davie's hidden gem.
Davie's hidden gem.
Yeah,
only 5 months. We wish you 5 decades of continued success. I don't know if you want to work here for 5 decades.
Listen, they're gonna have to drag me out of a kitchen somewhere because that's what I love.
There you go.
That's why this is all passion.
Great job, fantastic,
you guys.
all the way around.
All right, well, Luke. Again, thank you for the hospitality. Thank you for the great lunch.
Pleasure.
Thank you for inviting us out here. And everybody should come check us
out.
Luke's
We're
Seafood.
open till 8 Tuesday to Thursday and till 9 Friday and Saturday. So
Sunday brunch,
10 to 4.
4 p.m. Close at 4 p.m. on
close
Sunday.
At 4.
Closed on Mondays because the man, he needs a little rest.
We need a little rest, and we close early on Sunday because we got to go enjoy them Dolphin wings.
Yeah, you got to watch.
And there's a racetrack open or two on Monday.
Well, that's for you and me. Not everybody's a degenerate like us. But all right, Luke.
Beautiful
Thank
job,
you guys.
Thank you so much.
Home run, my friend.
5511 South University
Drive, next to the Dodge dealership, behind the car wash.
Right, behind the car wash. But it is right there on your GPSs. I found it no problem the times that I've been here. And continued success. Great job.
Thank
All
you,
the
friend.
food is
beautiful,
top notch. It is gambling gourmet and lunchbox approved. Luke's Seafood and Grill.
Very good. Break. All right, coming back with more Mike Mayo's Lunchbox after we finish stuffing ourselves. It is fantastic. A taste sensation like there's nothing that doesn't bring its own kind of really creative flavor out. Absolutely fantastic job. Back with more in a moment from Luke's Seafood and Grill.
People come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the black and grilled wings, and of course the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Want great Italian food in a beautiful beachfront setting? Have I got the place for you? Casa Calabria at the Ocean Manor Resort, 4040 Galt Ocean Drive in Fort Lauderdale. Highly rated across all the restaurant review platforms and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. Delicious, authentic Southern Italian food in a cozy dining room overlooking the Atlantic. Live music in the lounge, full bar, and a great wine list. Owner Frank Talrico takes great pride in his family recipes from his native Calabria. Fresh fish and seafood, veal, house-made pastas, and marinara sauces smooth as silk. You gotta try the imported meats and cheeses on the antipasta platters, and don't miss that ricotta gnocchi. Fluffy little pillows straight from heaven. Casa Calabria, open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday, closed on Mondays. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Hey, it's Mike Mayo. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a good bagel with Nova, or some matzo ball soup, homemade knishes, or a great deli pastrami sandwich on rye, you know where I go? Grandpa's Cafe in Dania Beach. It's been around a long time, an institution, but a little over a year ago, a pair of New Yorkers came in, bought it, and refurbished the place. It's beautiful, and they are now serving great breakfast, brunch, lunch. They've got the omelets. They've got eggs Benedict. They've got all kinds of great baked goods like rugelach. Grandpa's is just off Federal Highway on Southwest 1st Street in Dania Beach. It's open 7 days. Go in there, tell them that the Lunchbox. This is Grill at Meisner Park in Boca Raton, located at 404 Plaza Real. Since 1991, delicious modern American cuisine in a stylish yet casual setting. The outdoor patio and lively bar is the place to see and be seen at Meisner. It also features a sushi bar and a dry-aged steak program. Don't miss their long-term signature dishes like radiatore pasta and bacon-wrapped meatloaf. So good. Open daily with live music Wednesday through Saturday evenings and a great weekend brunch. For reservations and more information, go to maxsgrill.com. Oh, we're back at Luke's Seafood and Grill on a new time slot lunchbox. And you guys are finding us. That's good. I see people on the chat line, maybe. And
yeah, we've had a lot of chatter. So supposedly, and I wanted to bring it up, but I wasn't on with you guys, Luke has a really cool special on one of our local ad places, either a local dines or something like that, a local flavors, where he's doing a $10 for a $20 deal. So like some kind of a deal on either local flavors or local dines. I wanted to ask him about it, but he left.
That sounds almost like a BOGO, but yeah. Again, it's a good promotion to get people in the door, get them in the door the first time, give them $20 worth of food if you spend $10. Is that right? And that's on one of the local.
Look at Sarney.
Somebody was commenting. Oh, look at this.
Sarney.
Jim Sarney is here.
I love you, Sarney.
With
14 would be much better.
We got a variety cake.
What is that? We are now going to sing to Mike Lubie.
Let's do it, yeah.
Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy
birthday, dear Lubie.
Down goes Frazier.
As Sonny says, fire to the place.
I love
Happy birthday to you. Make a wish and blow out the candles.
You're going to do it, Mr. 41.
It's a cheesecake.
There we go. I love cheesecake.
Now, pitching for the Mets, number 41.
Remember when it was COVID times and we'd be
afraid
when people would blow over on it?
Nobody could have eaten with you during COVID. Are you kidding me?
I love cheesecake. You're the
Happy
man, Sonny.
birthday,
Thank you.
Lubie, to the producer.
Thank you, thank you, thank
Lubie deserves credit for hanging in there all these years, man. I gotta give him credit.
Thank you, Jim Sarney, for being
Sarney's the
so
best. Very considerate. He's as considerate as it
conscientious.
gets.
Sarney
He's
is
a
one of the
considerate-
nicest guys
All
in
of
the
our
world.
birthdays, he's taking care of us, so I appreciate it.
Because he texted me right before the show. He's like, "Did you get Lubie a cake?" I was like, "Are you kidding me? I'm
Nah,
the
you
most
meant
selfish
Mayo.
person in the
Cake.
world. I'm thinking about."
Lucky if
Mayo.
Lubie gets
How
paid
many-
for the month. What are you talking about?
Anyway, now that Luke
He's
is
got a
gone,
card and everything.
oh look,
Oh,
he's got
here's
a
a-
card.
Thank you, sir.
While Lubie is going to be opening his card, I am going to. Luke is gone, and I'm going to stuff this whole.
That's it. I think you should do the other.
Well,
half.
he cut it up into these little baby
I got it
bites.
so we could try some.
Leave
of it,
a
God
little
forbid.
for Lubie, the birthday boy. There we go. Ladies and
Jesus,
gentlemen, we have a
Mayo.
knockdown. First time in his career. That's
Look at your
disgusting.
face.
Look at your hands.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. Again, it looks like you changed the diaper on the show.
He's so gross.
You should go have another kid, Mayo. I mean,
Oh,
you really
yeah,
should. I don't know
right.
what Val's up to
I don't
this,
think
but
Val wants all that. Yeah, look at his face. There you go. I think everyone is happy in that regard. It'll be my turn.
this
on
is
the
a
show. You guys are getting
sophisticated food
yours.
critic of the Sun Sentinel.
I'm
Many
up on deck on
fine
that regard.
restaurateurs, including Jack Studielli, Bert Rappaport,
Yeah, exactly.
Joey Esposito.
Do we even go into a spot
Brad and
out of
Dane.
this?
Doug
We have
Carter
to do
over at
Delaware and
wow.
Tropical
I mean,
Acres, but I don't want to attach them to whatever the.
where are we
it
going
is.
tomorrow? They're going to ban us, Mayo. What are you talking about? Oh, Bert and
Well,
Max.
Thursday we have Delaware, and we didn't get
Max's
stone
Grill.
crabs today because they are. It's the beginning, so not everyone is fully stocked with stone crabs yet. But we will have stone crabs Thursday at Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood
Stone crabs
Market.
are stone crabs. This is very creative stuff, would you say? I mean, would you at least agree with that?
I love the
No,
jambalaya.
everything's
Yeah.
great.
I can't believe
I need to get to the mac and cheese. You guys have gotten right to
You
it.
definitely have to try it.
It's
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
Really
I love
good.
the crab
just
cake.
joking.
I love the
I'm just
jambalaya,
joking, Steve.
and I
just making
can't
joke.
believe. And the lobster roll is solid. I mean, you saw that I didn't just
That thing was great.
swallow it whole like I usually do. I wanted to savor all that luscious lobster
Is
pieces.
there anything left over for Sarnie? Nothing?
That was
Oh,
savory.
jambalaya. Trying to jambalaya.
The jambalaya is
Chopped
really
with
good.
grains of
Yeah,
rice,
fantastic.
coconut
The
shrimp.
shrimp was really well done.
But I can't believe how much I enjoyed that
The
crab.
fritters
and conch
are
fritter.
a different take on the
Yeah,
fritter.
and the fritter's really nice.
really
Is it
nice.
crab and conch or
Yeah.
shrimp and conch?
He said shrimp. It's a
Shrimp.
conch fritter, and then they throw in shrimp, so they
Right.
make it a shrimp and conch fritter.
the
It's
shrimp
very nice.
gives it boosts the seafood profile of it.
It's
Yeah.
the
Yeah, yeah.
consistency of it. I mean, you could go back to your thing at Gilbert's. I mean, where you were like critical of the key lime pie.
the
But the consistency of this fritter, it's just like it's a beautiful,
Yeah, it's not that
seamless
heavy. It's not very
thing,
heavy.
like you don't have to, say, okay, I got to take this big crunchy bite now, and then you're picking
Right.
conch out of your teeth. Fantastic, absolutely great.
Light and airy, and the batter is good. It's not greasy at all. This man knows what he's doing.
Yeah, you're doing a great
I
job.
love Luke, man. I liked him from the minute I walked into this place. I said, this is the man right here.
Hey,
All the
and-
reviews were right. Let's eat South
Yes,
Florida.
let's
Scores
eat
again. They were
Nails
right
one.
about Luke's
and
Seafood
Okay.
Grill.
we do have to put in the good word about
Tropical Acres. No,
Tropical Acres and Delaware Seafood Market. Delaware will
Touch
be
on Delaware will be there
Thursday.
Do them both
Thursday.
at the same time. It's good.
Well,
Tropical's great. Delaware's great.
They both have been around a long time, about 70 years.
I've
plus.
never even had to resort to that. Combining
No,
lime spots
never
because I
done
was out of time.
No.
Unbelievable, man.
Tropical Acres tonight is Tuesday.
Yes,
that
let's have
means
one-
it's half
have a
price
bottle of wine,
wine night. We love half price wine night. We love every weeknight, Monday through Friday, happy hour at the bar, 4:30 to 6:30. Half price drinks, all kinds of good light bites. Tropical Acres is at 2500 Griffin Road, right there in Old Fort Lauderdale, also Dania Beach, it's technically. And Jack Studiali and his crew will take great care of you. Don't forget the loyalty reward card
Yeah.
for every 12
Do you have
entrees
one
that
on
you
you?
purchase. I might.
Nothing
It's in the
there?
car.
All
I
right.
keep it in the car. I got a fully punched one. 12 entrees. The 13th one is on the house. So next time I take my daughter there, we will be enjoying a.
Who gets the freebie? You or
complimentary-
her?
That's her.
Okay.
That's
all right.
her. And what else? Oh, well, Tropical Acres also has a twin lobster
Yes.
special that's ongoing
I think
for
I want to
another
take
month.
My wife had me
And
do
they
that.
also will have some stone crabs in for main course or appetizers. Go in there and don't forget Thanksgiving slots are filling up. Give them a call to get your name on the reservation book for Thanksgiving Thursday, November 23rd. 954-989-2500, 954-989-2500, or tropicalacres.com to get the phone number to make the reservation for Thanksgiving or for the upcoming weekend, because it's always a good time to enjoy the beautiful food, steaks, prime ribs, and more at Tropical Acres. Okay. Tell them the Lunchbox
done,
sent
Mayo.
you, too.
Yeah, tell them the Lunchbox sent you. They'll fall over backwards. We chowed down, man. This was one of the better sessions.
Should I
mean,
pick
they're all
up a
great.
piece of cake and shove that thing in my mouth?
I'd
too?
rather
You know what?
not,
You've
but
already
you
done your
can.
thing there. You
I'd
know, don't
rather not,
disgrace
but you
Lubie at the
can.
end of
It's
the
just
show.
like that the whole cake belongs
What's
to him.
weird though,
No,
Mayo,
no,
have you ever seen anything
we're
like
sharing
this
the
where you
cake,
have like
but-
mostly one kind of cheesecake?
Where did
and
you
then
No,
get
they
this?
have 4 different
Is this
flavors.
like a
It's
hybrid
Publix.
version?
Publix has
It's a
this.
Publix cheesecake
They have
wheel?
4 different wheels. Yeah,
Who do
have
they
4
think they
flavors.
are?
Wheel.
Cheesecake Factory?
Yeah.
They make a nice cheesecake.
It's
actually.
like the Swiss night cheese. You know, remember when you get the
Which one
different
are you?
flavors in the silver
Defo,
foil?
which one are you? Raspberry?
Chocolate's my favorite
You know,
one.
I like all kinds of cheesecake. I'm not
Oreo?
as
What's
inclined to go for the
It's
chocolate.
got like
That's
little,
a no.
oh,
that's the
candle.
goddamn candle.
I was gonna say,
This
I'm
would
gonna
probably
peel
be
off
me
the
right here.
wax.
All right, well, we got to run
Let's
here.
get out of here.
we're out of here.
Enjoy every conch fritter.
Enjoy every sandwich. See you tomorrow from Max's Grill in Boca.